This is the worst 60 cycle hum episode ever.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Guitar Geek YouTube channel.
And 60 cycle hum.
We are cross-pollinating. My name is Andy.
I am Dan.
I'm Ryan.
And this is the Guitar Stories / 60 Cycle Hum podcast. So you're going to get a mix of all the things you never wanted together.
It's going to be a lot harder for you to steal this content since you're already part of it.
Well, that's why you're on the side, because I can just crop you out and delete your vocal channel.
You did that the whole show.
That's why we're not sharing a mic. So we're at Gear Street, 42 Gear Street, part 3. And having a blast. This is Dan's last day, so we managed to squeeze in an episode. Mm-hmm. This is actually the first Guitar Stories podcast for a long time we've done together in the same room, because we're normally Germany, Austria.
I think that's the first since episode 0.
Yeah.
Since the prelude.
Yeah, we did episode 0 on the plane on the way to Nam.
Nice.
Which was just audio back in the dark ages.
Yep.
And now, not only are we together, we've got you with us.
Again?
The even darker ages.
Welcome to the podcasts.
The podcasts? That's fun.
Yeah, it's fun to say, isn't it? We should do this more often. We're going to do the picks that we do. I'm not going to give you the name yet because Dan thought of a clever name with gear, because there's so much gear. Then we're going to randomly chat, and if anyone pops in, then they will. Such as, you never know, Chris Jupiter might pop his head into the frame at some point, or Dirk Bagley might pop his head in, or 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 might accidentally stand behind the camera with his bum hanging out.
There's absolutely zero possibility that at any point this will be interrupted by Henning. It never happens. It's so rare. Zero chance.
Yeah.
It would actually ruin the podcast if he did do it.
It would totally ruin it. It would make it unpublishable.
Yeah.
What is jam from Frank Fleckenstein? Who wants to try Frank Fleckenstein?
Frank Jam?
How do I sample this?
Put the mic in it.
Put your finger in it.
That sounds lovely.
Why does everyone do the little finger?
I was just doing what you were doing. This is the worst 60 cycle hum episode ever.
Oh,
no doubt about that. And it would be the best Guitar Stories podcast ever. There you go.
Jam review before we go into the pedal.
So we've got the catastrophe.
No, jam review. Jam?
It was good. Good jam.
Good,
What fruit is
I'm
that?
going to go for it's cherry, I think. There was cherry in that? Black cherry?
It was it?
Well, I just had an iced tea, so I don't know.
It did have some cherry notes too, but it tasted slightly different.
Yeah.
Maybe blackberry.
I was impressed by the pulp. There's a nice gritty pulp to it.
It was a grit.
I prefer jams and jellies that have seeds and a bit of pulp in it.
Was it like raspberry?
No.
Could that be?
Oh, I love raspberry.
I hate raspberry.
How could someone possibly hate
You know what?
raspberries?
Because you get the stone stuck in your teeth. Finally!
How can someone
You
hate
think I'm
raspberries?
going to walk away from a podcast, a hot mic that I get to say nonsense into?
Okay,
Just
Katastrophe.
because
Katastrophe.
some dumbass doesn't like raspberries?
Katastrophe.
So it does the sounds that you always
I've
wanted?
played it.
Okay.
You have.
And Chris nailed the tones with his vocals there. That's pretty much exactly what I got. And
Well,
it's
read
really,
what it
really
says
fun.
on the box.
It says Katastrophe Sludgefest Dominator, and I'm not saying what it says on the top.
Is that out now, Chris?
9 volts.
All right.
All right. Dance, pick up the street. Dance, pick up the street. There you go.
That was bad.
That was pretty good. What do you think?
Let's do it again and I'll jump in.
Okay. All right. Maybe Glenn will jump in as well. 1, 2, 3, and
Dance,
pick up the wheel. Oh, I sang it wrong.
dance,
Pick up the street.
dance, pick up the street.
A heavy but super cool guitar from, can you say it again? From
Bagley.
Baguley
Baguley.
Guitar.
Baguley.
Bagley. He's trying to get rid of this no one knowing how to say it.
Yeah.
Baguley Guitars.
Baguley Guitar. So our friend
Baguley.
Dirk brought a couple guitars, and they are very, very nice. They're heavy as but they have like eternal sustain.
Wait, we couldn't read the whole pedal, but he could say it's heavy as
I know the way that he blinked then, he was surprised that he said
Yeah.
He didn't mean to say then, but
No,
he said
I didn't mean to say I meant to say something.
For the record, we're not supposed to say on this podcast.
Oh, I'm very sorry. Dirk has a couple beautiful guitars. This is called Eternal Sustain. Speaking of sustain, it's got a meteora shape to it, and yeah, some super cool details because he's like kind of designed everything from scratch, right? We've got a proprietary bridge. We've got proprietary pickups that you can either put in humbucker or single coil mode. What's a body wood? The body wood?
It's mahogany.
Oh, beautiful piece of mahogany. Very nice, natural kind of finish.
Yeah.
And this is an aluminum neck. So my first pick of the street.
Yeah, I totally dig this, right?
It's a little bit awkward because Chris Jupiter and Baguley are sitting right here, and they do have weapons. So I am forced to also pick up Baguley Guitars, my pick of the week. Yes, that is my favorite.
No, Chris, no!
So free will here.
Won't leave Germany soon.
The best thing a guitar YouTuber can say as a review of a product is like, I'm going to buy that.
Oh wow.
What?
Wait, you're still paying for your guitars?
I have a Baguley neck on a part Strat at home. This is Chris Jupiter's personal Baguley build with a 𝗦𝗢𝗙𝗏𝗏 style body.
Nice.
And he's got different pickups. I want to get the pickups that you have,
Okay.
and that one that you're holding right there. But I need this body. I need this body.
I've heard that so many times.
I know. That's not what she ever said to me.
Yeah.
Honestly, my doctor says that to me all the time. He wants me to donate
Really?
for medicine. He's like,
Wow.
I need to study this. I don't understand it.
How much you worth?
I feel like we're underselling these pickups.
Yeah.
He said that it
they're
could
kind
be
of revolutionary, aren't they?
the humbucker single. It's so much more than that. They're quad coil humbuckers. They're not quad rail like the old Kramer pickups. They're split down the middle, so there's 2 and then 2. And I did the math with someone. That's potentially 16 different combinations per pickup.
Yeah.
When you say you did the math with someone,
I watched someone do the math.
okay.
All right.
And I'm trying to remember it. So some of these guitars that they have around here have 3 pickups in them. So 16 times 16 times 16.
That's a lot.
I just did the math in my head.
Yeah.
It was
11 billion options.
yeah.
Wow.
Amazing.
American school system.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't go to school. Can you tell?
I can't do 16 times 16, so I'm just.
It's
trying
not 16 times 16. It's 16 times 16 times 16.
Oh. Yeah. Oh, so it's 16 per pickup.
Right. And then you have
All right.
to,
Oh goodness.
Well, a bazillion options
Well,
basically.
I'll use a calculator.
Oh,
So
please
it will
do.
come super handy when being on stage if you get a bazillion options and you're looking for that particular sound that you had last week.
4,096 potential pickup combinations.
Hang on. Wait.
Way switch.
4,096. Did that in
4,000.
my head.
Good. Excellent.
You have fun editing that.
Editing? We're not editing this. We're letting it roll until when the camera runs out and I got to restart.
But like the options are endless, and all the guitars they have here, or they chose what they do. Like one of the guitars, the neck is set up to be a noiseless single, and I'll be damned if it just doesn't sound like a Jazzmaster pickup.
Really?
Yeah, it sounds amazing.
Okay.
And then the bridge is set up to be a full humbucker, and it sounds amazing too. And
You
they're
spent
all-
a lot of time with this guitar, haven't you?
I did. I think it's gonna be my favorite video
All right.
so far from being here.
Andy's pick of the street.
Oh, I said it wrong. Can we
Okay,
do
we'll
it
do
again?
it again. Ready? Now
Yeah.
you know it.
Now you know how it goes.
Andy's pick of the street. I'm gonna so use that
Yep.
every time now. Right. Okay. My pick of the street so far. I've got a few. The first one is this guitar here. Let's do a guitar. It's this Maybach.
It's not a Baguley.
It's okay.
He doesn't mean that.
It's fine. It's fine. This is the Maybach Baguley. The Maybach.
My Baguley.
I wish this was my Baguley.
Whose Baguley is it?
It's our Baguley.
All right.
This is one of the new Maybach custom shop ones. So, you know that I like Maybach guitars because they make very good guitars at very good prices. You get a lot more than you normally do for your money. However, this one is next level. It's Nick Page has been involved with making this one and designing it and doing all sorts of stuff. On the surface, it's just a telly.
Just a telly.
But it's so much more,
a
right?
big deal.
So much more. Did you see these like fake chambers?
They don't look fake. They look like actual chambers.
No, they're not.
They're fake,
It's got these chambers. They just go in like a few centimeters, right?
Yeah, you got nailed, and then it's like it looks completely like real, but it's actually fake. That's cool.
How are they fake? They are they are actual holes.
Well, it's not a thin line kind of guitar, you know. It's
I
not
see what
like
you're.
chamber.
I hear you.
Yeah,
I hear you, but I think you're being purposefully contradictory.
annoying,
Annoying.
nitpicking.
The word is obtuse, guys. You're dissing on the American school system, and you don't know the word obtuse.
How long have you had sunglasses on for?
It's bright, man.
When did you put them on? I didn't see you put them on.
Yeah.
That's because I'm so smooth.
Damn. I thought you were supposed to be smooth at taking them off, not putting them on.
I'm good at that too.
Is it like a Californian thing where you press a button and then it just goes zoop, and then
the door
you have
closes.
sunglasses on?
That's our secret. I'm not gonna tell.
You should be donated to medical science. This is a miracle. I haven't even plugged it in, but I did sat next to 𝗤𝗚𝗢𝗏𝗡s whilst he was playing it. So my actual pick of the street is this guitar being played by 𝗤𝗚𝗢𝗏𝗡s.
Oh, that's a little bit like cheating, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he was playing it through a Yamaha THR battery-powered amp.
I actually heard him playing an uncut piece of salami,
Yeah?
and it was better than anything I've ever done on guitar.
Amazing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Great resonance, everything.
Yeah.
Is that coming up in this show?
The sustain was incredible. Oh, it's not. He left already, so unfortunately we'll not be able to commit that to video.
Did it have humbuckers? Thank you. So what I want to know about this is it's got this capacitor, this bumblebee back capacitor on the outside.
Is it working?
That's my question. So I'm going to take a screwdriver to this at some point and find out. And then we'll know.
When he says he's going to take a screw,
The length of the wire thing on the capacitor has the original length to the pots.
Well, there's a theory that it's real, but we're going to find out.
when
I trust
Andy
Chris.
says he's going to take a screwdriver to it to find out, he doesn't mean that he's going to remove the plate because he doesn't actually know that that's something that you can do.
No, he'll
he's
just
gonna
lift that up, right?
He's going to pry it out with a screwdriver
yeah.
and see what happens when he
Squeeze
yanks
it in and hope it works. Right?
Yeah,
Yeah. So finally, the reason it's really one of my favorite guitars is because of the neck.
it's got a cool vibe.
Beautiful neck,
It
big.
looks great. Can you turn it around? It's got a super cool look to it.
Yeah.
Very nice figuring.
Ooh yeah.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah, I felt a lot of necks.
Yeah. But
Yeah, that's
a
one of them.
And forever will be. Yeah, so because Maybach are not here, of course, we also need to make sure they get some feature here at 42 Gear Street, but it also means that we don't have to talk too long about it because they're not here like Dick was and Chris was. So we can move on.
This goes.
But I
Back
love
to
that
Chris?
guitar. There's nothing I
yeah.
don't like about it, even though I haven't played it. Sure.
Maybach, when are they going to come to America and so that I can promote them and be like, guys, go try these? They make really cool stuff. They probably can't because they're Gibson style builds, but you know the law and whatnot. As
A
it
very
is.
famous Gibson Telecaster.
Yes, no, but no, a lot of the Maybach Gibson style, the single cuts and whatnot, they're excellent. You were mentioning 𝗤𝗚𝗢𝗏𝗡s playing that guitar.
Yep.
One of my top picks of the street is just 𝗤𝗚𝗢𝗏𝗡s the person.
All right.
Like it, I love his channel. Like he's amazing, but he's so calm on camera. It makes me anxious because I'm like show some excitement, but he's just so level the whole time. But he has been so wacky here. He's got such a sense of humor. He's a little bit of a troublemaker. I love it. I love it. 𝗤𝗚𝗢𝗏𝗡s is such a fun guy.
It's also because it's unexpected, isn't it?
It is.
It's like when you think you know someone.
So
you know,
I was talking to him last night, and I was telling him, like, man, it's like the same thing. Like, you make me anxious how calm you are on camera. Like, I want to hear you like raise your voice. Like, what does it sound like when you shout? Like when you get angry or something like that. And he looks at me, he's like, why are you trying to make me scream?
I heard that. And I wondered what.
And
I should have known you were involved.
It broke my heart because I wasn't filming it. I was like, I could make money selling this clip on the internet.
Yeah.
Who wants to pay $1 to see 𝗤𝗚𝗢𝗏𝗡s scream?
Then that's for next year, maybe.
Maybe. But yeah, I had a great time hanging out with everyone. I mean, my chief reason for coming to these things.
Wait, hold that thought.
What
Thank you,
did that
Glenn.
mean? I mean, I've got a Lumix. I've never heard it do that.
Yeah, yours is the American version. All right, here's some information for you. Over here, do you know 29mm?
Just going off camera here, but European Union cameras have a 29-minute record limit, so they don't get classed as video cameras and therefore taxed as video cameras, because the EU loves to charge people up the ass for taxes.
Glenn Fricker, everybody.
The Glenn
Thank you.
Fricker Minute.
That's all you can handle.
Like I was saying, before Andy had to fix his camera, which is broken because it's European.
European.
My Lumix doesn't do that. It's because it's an American Lumix.
that?
It's the people. The people is
Limits doesn't do that too.
the people is always what I love at these things. It's the main reason I come. You know, and I love hanging out with. Not you, Andy. You're not a
I
person.
mean, that
Dance, pick up the street. Dance, pick up the street. It's a very confusing guitar.
Yeah.
You think you know what you're in for. You're looking at the headstock, and you go down, and oh my gosh,
I don't know.
What is it?
I don't really know. I think I just want to kind of, get their name on the map to kind of talk about what PJD guitars are, because they're here at the Gear Street, and it's a very nice blend of various kind of shapes and forms and everything. So
I know this guitar very well because it's been with me for the past 4 weeks.
4 weeks.
Yeah,
all
and I
right.
brought it. I took it to Italy, to the Italy Guitar Show for Jens at PJD, and now I brought it here for Jens at PJD. Sorry, 2 coffee Jens. Interesting fact: if you work for PJD, you have to order coffees in 2s.
All right.
You can't have 1 coffee.
That
2
comes
coffees.
in handy. Yeah. Why not?
2 hands, 2 coffees.
And that's something you consider an interesting fact.
Anyways,
Holding 2 coffees. That's what impresses him.
I mean, it ultimately will lead other people to play and try your guitars because you're holding 2 coffees.
True. I can't hold it. You guys got to hold it because I'm holding 2. We've solved it. Mystery solved. Now it's interesting, Ryan. Rye guy?
No. Rye guy, come on.
You're editing this. You get to choose to keep that or not.
I'm not editing this. I'm just uploading this. That's what I said. And so are you.
So Andy, can you fill us in a little bit what is so special about PJD in general and about this guitar in
They're
particular?
made in Britain, just like I am.
Custom made, like
Custom
you.
made. It's one of those brands where you are getting they're more affordable than you would think they are. So
What do you think I think they are as price?
I think you think that's in the €3,000 range.
Hell no.
899.
I was honestly thinking, like, I have a mic, Andy.
So do I.
I was honestly thinking like 17 to 2,200.
Yep, sounds reasonable.
Yeah, but we know what we're talking about.
That's true. Does that mean I got very close?
Yeah.
Wow.
It's around that sort of 2,000.
Okay.
I'm not exactly sure because it obviously
I did that
depends.
without touching it once.
Yeah, so they're quite 𝗏𝗏𝗢𝗎y.
Now I've touched it.
Yep.
Oh, is this a $40,000 guitar? No, it's
No, it's not a crowd star.
no, it looks great. I like the concept.
Yep.
I'm always a big fan of combining, a Fenderish headstock with a non-Fender body, like doing the parts caster kind of vibe. Mm-hmm. I mean, I'm not going to play it right now because I'm holding a microphone. I'm not holding 2 coffee cups, so Andy's not impressed. But yeah, I like it. I dig the vibe.
There are some things that I think could make it look more expensive. I don't like these. I think they make it the knobs make it look cheap. They make it look like, okay, I bought these cheap knobs. Let's throw it on there. Mm-hmm. Sorry, how much are you paying to be in this podcast?
Normally €2 a week.
Okay, just checking. Michiel's here, everybody. Yeah, I think they should improve that. I don't like, even though this bridge may be good quality, for me it looks a little cheap.
Yeah.
It looks very off the shelf.
Yes.
It needs something to make it special.
Yes.
brushed
And
analog
the
finish
and
or
then
something like that.
the knobs as well. You are right.
Yep.
I see exactly what you're talking about. Like it needs one of those like half telly bridges with like mastery
That's what it
with
needs.
like mastery
Yeah.
saddles.
Like on the Baguley. that we
yes,
did
exactly.
earlier.
Yeah. It needs visual. I mean, this is all going to function just fine. It's probably great.
Yeah.
But it needs a visual thing for you to be like, oh, that's
You need to feel
special.
like you've spent some money
Right,
and you're
right.
getting a really good deal. And
Like
I know it
people-
sounds great and it plays great. It's just I think they're missing out on spending a little bit more money and making it look a lot more expensive.
People want that vibe of like, oh, I don't know if there's anywhere where I could buy that hardware, you know?
If you spend a little bit more money, you can get some very, very nice tops, and then you might get in that, wow, this is special range.
That's true. That's one of the understated models, but still, for that price, I think they could just make these tiny tweaks. I know you're looking around for another one, aren't you? There isn't one near, and you look very comfortable right there. But there are some beautiful tops, kind of like the Orca from 𝗏𝗏𝗏. But yeah, those look like more, but they've still got this. You nailed it. You need to have this. Wow, I can't get that
Unobtainium.
anywhere else. Unobtainium.
Yeah. Like, I don't know where I could get that. So it must be custom order or something like that.
But they're still quite a new company in the sense of the new at this level.
That's kind of silly, right? That it's like there's nothing non-functional about that. Those probably
Stupid.
But we're like, oh man, if it looked like something that I wouldn't be able to buy for myself, then it means it's special. It's just dumb.
It is, but I'm so glad to be having this conversation because I felt this way for the past 4 weeks, and I thought I was just being, an asshole.
But there's little details like that that do.
There's another one.
that do push us.
𝗓𝗏.
I like that one.
Show us this guitar, please.
This is 𝗓𝗏 from the YouTube channel. What's your YouTube channel thing?
𝗓𝗏𝗏𝗘𝗏, and I'm supposed to be home and chatting on your live stream,
Yeah,
but I'm here.
You can do it live. That's like a.
chat in person now.
Yeah, we were just talking about PJD. What's your experience with this guitar?
I'm holding it around. It's awesome, and I don't want to let go of it. So Jens is actually chasing me at the moment. So
Is he holding 2 coffees?
No. So he's actually chasing me.
I mean, talking about little custom bits, I really like that humbucker ring is a piece of pickguard material instead of doing a standard humbucker ring. Like that's what we're talking about.
There
Little
we go.
things that
There
feel
we go.
made just for the guitar. That you can't buy that anywhere. It was made out of this same sheet of pickguard material.
Yep.
And it's probably literally just cut out of that piece.
Oh, absolutely. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, sorry, I wasn't paying attention.
Smart. Using leftover pieces, right?
It's healthy for the environment.
Yeah, it's
So 𝗓𝗏.
that's the angle. Yeah, it's this plastic PVC
No.
pickguard. They cut a little bit more of it, so that's good for the environment.
Good.
No, that's the angle actually.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
that's why you're here.
Thank you.
There he is.
You're welcome.
We have an Engl amp down here. It's off screen. You can't see it. That's the joke that he was making. Let's lift it up.
Thanks, Adam
To
Steele.
complete the joke, there's the angle.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
I love you.
So I just broke the live stream, right?
I didn't know there were
I
gonna.
said shit.
I didn't know there were gonna be jokes.
Here comes Michiel with another PJD.
All right.
Would you give it straight to Ryan, please?
That's like one of the more attractive ones with a beautiful.
Yeah, it's got a
finish.
turquoise like swimming pool tile
Hot
sort
top.
of vibe going on here.
Hot tub guitar.
Yeah, it's got the same
Yeah.
quilted
maple.
wood on the control plates on the back.
I like the details on the back that they actually like the compartments. These are actually covered
Yeah,
with stained quilted maple. That's pretty cool.
it's got a little bit of a comfort
Matching
heel right there, a little bit.
Yeah.
Everyone's gonna love just looking at the back of it while I look at the front.
Yeah, it's quality content. What I do like, Dan, and being this guy sometimes, you want to just step into your work mode, is it reminded me of my AZ because of the feel of the neck.
Yeah.
Not this one, of course, this one here.
Yeah. Okay.
And
like-
the AZ was the guitar that I fell in love with roasted necks.
Okay.
And now it's... I
Are
just
these
think it's-
roasted as well?
Yes.
All right.
Aren't roasted necks amazing? Like there's something about
Can
roasted.
we have a little silence for roasted necks for a moment?
Please.
No, like I never would have known they existed without encountering them. Obviously, I did a lot of drinking last night. I'm on a different plane of existence right now.
Can we get Ryan a beer?
But like, you never would have thought like it's easy to be like, oh, what if you made a guitar out of this neck, out of this wood, the neck out of this wood, or that wood. Let's try different woods. I never would have thought, oh, what if we put a maple neck in the oven and burn it? Like what that would be like. And I would never been like, oh, it would be so much better.
Have you ever eaten a roasted chicken?
Have you ever eaten a raw chicken is the
where
real
I'm-
question.
That's where I'm going. That's where I'm going, see?
I would say that roasted chicken is
So what I'm trying to
better
say is they
than
were
raw
invented
chicken.
by a man or a woman or whatever who was roasting chickens and accidentally was trying to hide a guitar and left it in there with the chicken.
No, but like, who had the idea?
So you're saying the next step up is a fried
neck.
We have to try it. We have to try it.
Deep fried necks. All right, next year, Henning, we're out thinking of things that Henning can add to the event next year. We've got hot tubs, we've got massage, we've got Craner, everything, all the good stuff. Next year, a deep fat fry large enough to fit a guitar in.
Let's make this classy. Sous vide mahogany.
Oh my god.
I do not know what that is.
You don't know what sous vide is?
No.
It's like it's like a controlled water.
Hang on.
A sous vide is a French invention, I believe. It's basically a controlled hot water bath, where usually like you put like a meat inside like a vacuum sealed bag. Doesn't have to be vacuum sealed, but usually, and you put this inside this controlled water bath, and it cooks it, and it stays at that temperature, and like you can keep it at that temperature without cooking any further.
Oh.
Yeah, like forever, basically. Not forever, but
Like people do it with eggs.
Yes.
And they'll be like, here's an egg at 100. Oh, this is going to be American temperature, so you're not going to understand. At 165 degrees. Here's one at 164. You look at the difference. It's the same difference every single time.
Yeah.
It's consistent. Like it's science cooking.
Yeah, it's super consistent.
People do it with steaks, and they'll
Yes.
they'll cook a steak at the same temperature, just below it being actually cooked for a day, for a long time.
Like literally, like leave it in there for like a day.
And then they'll pull it out. They'll throw it on the grill to
Yeah.
finish it.
Yeah,
and
'cause
it'll-
you don't
From
want-
what I understand,
yeah.
it'll be like the most tender cut of meat you've ever had in your life.
I've
it
had
melts like
this.
butter.
Yeah, yeah. You definitely need to put it in a pan afterwards, or else it's like this really weird texture consistency
Right.
that's disgusting. But yeah. But it's cooked perfectly.
Imagine
marketing. Disgusting.
Imagine a maple neck.
Yeah.
Instead of roasted.
Yep.
Sous vide.
And these pick up the street. This is the new X series or X whatever it's called series X. This is the X Time. What have you got?
X Space.
What have you got, Ryan?
X Drive.
What have you got, Alex?
I'm the X Vibe.
Oh wow.
Yes, you are.
Did you read the fine print?
Power Rangers.
It says for home and or
And
office
I will
use.
form the head.
Read the
That's the
back.
best pedal. It says for home and office use.
Oh, we can
I'm not
use this in
kidding.
the office. Nice.
Yeah, because it's a pre-production model.
But we're in a tent.
I like that.
Don't plug them in.
You said, oh, it's for home or office use.
No,
it's
no-
the
no stage.
only line on the sticker on the back that's in all caps. It's meant to be screamed.
Yeah. For home. Oh, Glenn, can you do that?
What?
Can you read that out?
We
Like
need the professional screamer.
For home or office use.
wait a second.
For home and office use. Okay. I'm sorry.
He's not working.
For home and office use!
Yeah, there we go.
Nice.
That's the one for
Thank you
New
very much.
ringtone.
So yeah, these are Amplitube in a box.
Is it good? Did you try it?
I played the fuzzes on the drive one,
What else?
and they were passable, weren't they? Chris,
Wow,
you've
a
jumped up.
glowing review.
No, but you know, like fuzzes on digital fuzz boxes are
Right.
normally terrible.
right.
That's
I
up
hate
there.
to break it to you, but
What?
Amplitude has been in a box for a while. It is a box.
I'm not taking a laptop to a gig or a phone.
Can we talk about how this dude is going caseless on his phone? Are you crazy?
I had my last iPhone. It was an 8, and I just got it replaced with a 12.
All right.
Caseless. This one has the screen protector. I didn't have that before. And I asked the guy when I traded it in. I was like, "What do you think? What do you think of the condition?" And he's like, "Oh, it's really good." It's like, I've had it this way for years. I never put it in a case.
okay.
I'm very good. I'm very good with my phones.
I thought I knew you. I thought I knew you well enough to make you a sandwich that you'd enjoy.
You did make a sandwich that I enjoyed.
Yeah, but it turns out, if someone said to me, "Who's the person most likely to drop a phone at 42 Gear Street Part 3?" it would 100% be you.
Yes.
It's honestly a miracle that I haven't intentionally thrown it in a toilet
Or the hot tub.
or the hot tub. I'm as surprised as anyone. But, when you buy the insurance plan, you buy the insurance plan.
So you have the.
I have full coverage. So what have I got to lose?
Yeah, you're right.
That's true. That's true. That's true.
just take my case off.
Everyone, take off your cases.
Take off your cases.
Take off your case. Take off your case. Take off your case. Live your life dangerously. Take the case off your cell phone.
Right. Well, those are the pedals from 𝗓𝗏𝗡𝗍𝗍. People are playing them here. I'm doing them in a video today or tomorrow. Are you doing them?
I don't know. I tend to steer away from doing pedal videos of these sorts of things because I want them to pay me when I get home. Hire me to do it at home.
I'm not doing good videos. I'm just going, oh, that's a red one.
Well, I didn't say I'd be doing good videos with guitars. I'm just saying those tend to be my clients. But also, I'm joking mostly. Also, like, pedals are a different thing to just jump into and experience in an environment like this. And I'm recording in a different way.
Yeah, true.
Whereas, because I'm running with the HX Stomp, I'm not running into amps and stuff like that. And so it's like, I don't know what it'll actually be like. Okay. Like, I don't feel like I can give an accurate review of a pedal with my travel rig.
I can tell you that the switches are extremely clicky.
I was hoping you guys would pick that up.
All right, that's
Best
enough. That's
episode
enough.
ever.
That's enough. It's enough now. You got another pick? Thank you, Alex.
Yeah, I was about to say, but...
Thank you for perfecto. Another pick?
That sandwich you made me. I'm still thinking about it.
You want to tell the dog story?
I want to tell the dog story.
Tell the dog story.
So I'm filming a video, and as people do around here, Andy came up to me and interrupted the video. And he's like, "Do you want a sandwich?" I'm like, "Andy, I'm in the middle of a video." "Yes, I do." I should have been suspect at that moment that you'd be offering to do something nice for me. And he was like, which kind do you want? And I said, "I want you to pick. I want you to show me how well you know me based on your selection of sandwich." And it's not like there's 3 varieties of sandwich. Like, how hard could it be? So he brings back a sandwich, and in the video, I take a bite of it. I open it up, I look at it, I'm like, oh, there's, ham and cheese, a little bit of butter, and there's some sort of like red sauce on the top. This is interesting. So I took a bite. Andy had tracked down a bottle of Last Dab Hot Ones hot sauce that apparently Henning owns, and it was amazing. Andy knows that I love hot food. I love the spicy stuff. And that sauce, I've never had that sauce before, and it was actually wonderful. But here's the twist to the story.
May I just add, before you get to the punchline, people thought I was pranking you because it was this super
It was
hot
a
sauce.
kind gift.
But it wasn't a prank, and that was the prank.
Right.
You all got pranked.
But I'm in the middle of recording a video with guitars that he won't let me talk about.
Sorry.
And I'm like, I've got to put this to the side. I can't spend time on this right now chewing on camera. So put it to the side on my backpack on the ground in the backyard. And while I'm filming, I wonder if I've got it on camera. One of Henning's dogs comes up and runs away with half the sandwich. And when I realized this after I was done the video, I was like, oh no, Henning's dog is dead. Because that is some hot sauce. And then I'll be dead and Andy will be dead. Henning will grab us both by the throat, lift us off the ground, and choke us out for killing his dog with hot sauce. Like, Henning loves his animals.
More than human beings.
Yeah. Thankfully, the dog took the bottom bun, which only had butter on it. And we dodged a bullet. We're still alive.
Still not finished.
I'm still not finished. So I'm like, I still want my sandwich. So I ate the top bun that had the hot sauce and the cheese and the meat on it. So Henning's dog and I shared a meal together.
That's almost like kissing, right?
It was a lot like kissing.
Yeah.
It was very intimate. Like, we haven't made eye contact since, me and the dog. But we know that something special happened.
Thank you for that wonderful story.
Well, thank you for the sandwich. I need to buy that sauce now. I really liked it. And
Henning doesn't like it, so
it's too intense for him.
take it.
It's too intense for him.
I believe you said it tickled.
It tickles. Well, when I ate the rest of the sandwich in faster bites, then it really built up on me. I was like, oh yeah, that hits. But it still wasn't like the way Henning was reacting, like, this will kill you, this is the worst ever. No, it's very enjoyable.
Gear?
Yeah, yeah. May I have the EG10, Glenn, please?
This white guitar in front
The
of you.
white guitar. Of course, some Ibanez content.
Yeah, naturally, you've got some Ibanez, so take this with a pinch of salt.
surprise.
Quelle surprise!
Should I hold it for you?
Yeah, please.
It's got a little leg hole on it. Look.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's for your leg.
Super comfy. That's one of the features. The
Or you could put your neck in there.
Oh wow, like a torture instrument.
Yeah, it's like a violin.
Violin. Yeah. All right. I'm pretty sure that there's someone on YouTube who's playing the guitar like that.
It's going to be me.
Someone's
Could be,
watching
yeah.
this right now, and they're like, "That's my thing.
Yeah.
I've got to have it. That's how I play."
You might need one of those little cushions.
Yeah. Well, it would work. Either way.
Are you sure you're not going to edit this?
Why would I? People have asked for us to do a podcast together, live in person, and now they're actually getting the bonus one of you, and this is going out on 60 Cycle Home. Why would we edit out all this good stuff?
And it's free.
Why would we edit out the good stuff?
Free content, people.
Free content.
So, Dan.
Yeah, 𝗔𝗚𝗘𝗏, based on like the color is based on his Ṭālman. Not Tally, no. It's based on his Ṭālman guitar.
This is a wonderful horse. Look at the tail, the mane. What a beautiful horse.
It's got a roasted maple neck, bird's eye maple neck. And what kind of struck me about that guitar is like it's the first time here at Gear Street that we had it and we could like test drive it. And what really struck me is that the bridge single coil, it sounds so good, almost like a humbucker. It's amazing. It's not that kind of. It's not like cutting.
This is what you were playing, right?
Yeah, that's the one I was playing the other day.
It's amazing. It's not like sometimes those single coils. If you dial the tone in, it's like you could cut like flies from the wall with the tone.
Don't threaten me with a good time.
Yeah, but this is good. It's really I'm really impressed by the R1 pickups. And apart from that, I mean, this is like one of the most gorgeous looking cues. I think the look is kind of.
It's my favorite looking one, which I told you a while ago, and then you said, okay, well then you do the video on that one.
Yeah, so
I will.
You're gonna get a video, like a proper produced track.
Is this a production model, a pre-production?
This is a production model. It's like the first one that's have been finished, or one of the first ones been finished, and then they send it to us for the show, so that Ryan and you can check it out.
It was for us.
Yeah,
they made it.
I feel special.
Yeah.
And we did a comprehensive video with it.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure 𝗔𝗏𝗏 will like it too, because he's kind of checking out that content. So no pressure on you.
Oh dear, that might be an issue.
So Andy and I made a video yesterday where we played these outside and we're having fun just messing around. We didn't really have any real information to share with anyone other than like, ha ha ha, no head. And in between us in the background, our very own Glenn Fricker over here was getting a full body massage.
Well, that makes it special.
It's a very special video, and
It's a must-see.
I cannot wait to publish it.
Yeah.
We get up to a lot of nonsense.
Henning's in that as well, of course.
Henning, well, he's in everything.
Oh, he's a host. I mean, he's got.
But this, I didn't play this one. This is the one Ryan was playing, but I played the other Quest series. I kind of forgot that I was wearing it.
And
it's so comfortable.
They're super comfortable. I love small feeling guitars.
Yeah, luckily we're not selling amps. We're selling guitars.
Like, I love a small feeling guitar, even though I'm a big guy. Like, the way it hangs off of you, like, you could wear it all day.
Yeah.
And forget that it's there.
Yeah.
But it's still full scale, as far as I'm aware.
Correct.
25 and a half. 25 and a half. It's something I've noticed. I don't know if this is just in my head or not, but I've noticed that headless guitars, you get more slack on the strings. They feel a little bit looser because you don't have the extra length of the string on the headstock. That might give you more tension. This is just a theory I have.
I don't know.
But
it could be the reason because of the monotune bridge, because it's like really like every single string is separate, so that you kind of get more vibration. It feels like it, so it gives you the impression that it's kind of more slack.
But it feels like the strings are easier to do little bends and like fluttery stuff. Like it's not, the tension's not as high. Like there's guitars that I have that have a long length of string past the nut. And even past the bridge, and I feel like it changes the tension because of the length of the string for some reason. Scientists, string scientists, get at me in the comments section. Tell me if I'm just imagining that, or if I'm totally wrong, or confirm that I'm onto something. But to me, it feels like the strings are floppier in a good way. Like lower tension, even though it's at the same key,
Guitarists, we talk a lot of nonsense.
Yeah.
But I somehow understand that. We talk the same nonsense.
Right.
I understand it.
Like,
having played it, I feel the same way.
Like it feels a little bit lighter to play.
Floppier.
Yeah, but I've noticed the same thing with my Duosonic, which is a super short scale.
Right.
I put heavy strings on that because it's so light and fluttery, and it gets really flappy with regular gauge strings. Chris Jupiter is back there turning up one of his 400-watt amplifiers. So we have a soundtrack now.
Cool. Right. I had a question. Okay, question.
The key, my pitch for that is with a guitar that has a shorter length of string on it, and you get that effect, you can go heavier gauge and get your heavier gauge tone or feel, if you like that, without feeling like you're pulling on a telephone cable, you know?
Yep. What's good is like the string log is already designed for some heavier strings, so you can I don't know, like 56. Don't like hold me to it, but they are already like a little bit wider, so you can squeeze in like thicker strings there. Yep.
Question.
Yeah.
This switch is already. This is super geeky. This switch on the other ones goes down and up. This one goes right and left, which is now currently up and down, but Ryan's holding it in a non-playing position.
I can check that out. Whether that's a feature or it's just like something because they rush production and just send it out to us.
Because that's how I like it. Like when I have a Les Paul,
okay,
I put it on like a 45-degree angle. I don't want it straight up because I snap them off.
All right.
But if it's with that karate chop, but if I put it on a little angle, I can up and down, but it's actually going off at an angle.
What holds you back from kind of loosening it and kind of just slightly turning it into the direction that you need? I mean, if it's not like super, like if the soldering's not super tightly done, then you can easily.
No, I'm not saying I like that because if you're playing, you would go chop that way or chop that way.
I literally I don't know if that is a feature or not. Whether they did it intentionally or it's just something that factory did, because they kind of tried to get it.
If it is wrong, then it's not an issue.
My car has just been driven away. Just for the record, so
I think that's enough Ibanez content for this month. There you go.
That's been your Ibanez hour.
Yeah, but I don't think so. That's enough for this month because we'll have another Guitar Stories episode with a very special guest.
Yeah, we have got a special guest.
Not you, Ryan.
It's not you.
A special.
I
guest.
know that I'm not your special guest.
I want to just quickly do two more things. Have you got any more gear to talk about? Because it looks like there's a storm coming.
Yep.
The weather has changed. Ghost Riders in the Sky is playing in the background.
Yeah. Oh no. That's like a typical Game of Thrones quote, right?
Yeah.
Oh, a storm is coming.
Storm is coming.
Legions gather. A storm is coming.
I want to talk about this, the Engl Ironball Special Edition, which has got the most number of knobs and switches and buttons that I've seen.
Wow.
That is a lot of switches. I think the knobs are a normal count of knobs, but the switches.
Yeah.
Oh, look at the knobs on the back. Woo-hoo. It's like another amp on the back.
That's why it's a special edition.
You got your front amp and you got your back amp.
Yeah.
Wow. I think you just created a new genre.
Front amp, back amp.
The two-end amplification.
Chris Jupiter!
No, that's actually a fun idea. You have an amp head on one side of it. You have like a clean Fendery amp, and you're like, but watch this. You just physically pick it up and turn it around, and you've got like a metal amp on the back. It's two amps. Yeah.
If that was solid state, that would be totally easy to do. Yeah. Like with a tube amp, it might be a little bit challenging.
There's a lot of empty space in tube amps. They could make.
I'm not saying it's not possible. I'm just saying it would be super easy with like a modeling kind of.
It's an extremely inconvenient and silly and stupid idea, which is why it has to happen.
I think 𝗬𝗛𝗙𝗧𝗏𝗏 might be the company for that because they've got a series of the Spirit stuff, which are insanely small, and also they're looking for ideas. So.
I mean, the Engl guys are here as well, so you can talk with them.
We could just talk to Engl, yeah?
We'll talk with Boutique Amp Distribution. I'll let Dennis know that we have a great idea.
We had a great idea. We collectively had a great idea.
Mm-hmm. We're going to be millionaires.
We are, yes.
We're double-sided amps.
Yeah. I see some royalty checks coming.
We've got 6 sides here. What are we missing out? Someone else is going to do it. We might as well go the whole hog. Yeah.
Oh my gosh!
It's a die. It's a die. You roll the dice, and whatever it lands on, that's the style of music you're playing. Yeah. Oh, jazz.
Is that? Oh yeah.
That goes down. I thought it was.
I thought you broke it.
I thought I broke it, but then I realized the head.
That's a little bit silly because it's not like it fully disappears.
Yeah.
I didn't like it.
Just
you need to put. You need to put something on top.
The Rev has a really good top handle that folds down and gets really, really flat.
Okay. Did you play it? Most important question.
Yes, that's the point. I played it, and I did a fuzz thing with Perfecto, and it sounded great. And then Henning came in and says, "What are you doing? Don't do fuzz with that. It sounds terrible." And we basically not proved Henning wrong because it's a choice, it's an opinion, but he was wrong.
He was wrong.
It's all fizzy with the fuzz, and it wasn't. It was fuzzy with the fuzz.
It's fizzy with the fuzz.
But weirdly, the reverb knob is on the back, which I don't like. So you've got all that on the front if you want to adjust the level of reverb.
They ran out of room because they put all the switches up there. What do the There's a delay switch. Oh, so it's got effects.
It's got effects in it. It's got a load box in it.
What does MVB stand for?
Most valuable bassist. MVB, multi vibe?
Mega volume boost.
Mega volume boost.
There you go. So it's got a mega volume boost function.
It's got a power soak, so you can go from 20 watts, 5 watts, 1 watts, and speaker off.
Awesome.
And it's got balanced IR and IR selector, which is like from the. I've also got that on the Fireball, I think. So you can play it without a speaker. It's got MIDI. It's got USB. Maybe you can load your own IRs. I don't know. If you were to load them, then good luck with it.
Well, the USB is actually so you can connect it to a printer.
Oh, it actually says USB for IR loading. Whoops.
That's how you learn about
For home or office use.
Scary close that was.
It sounded a lot like Glenn, right?
That was super close.
Did you think you were saying that, Glenn, when I do that? No.
Yeah, so that's the Ironball Special Edition. Thank you for listening and watching at the Guitar Stories /60 Cycle Hum podcast.
If you want more content like this,
yeah, they do.
Head over to the Guitar Stories podcast. Subscribe. If you want less content like this,
head over to the 60 Cycle Hum channel and also, if you want more 42 Gear Street content, go for the hashtag 42GSTHREE, 42 Gear Street 3. And there's a link in this description to an amplifier that we are auctioning off for a very good cause, which is the animal shelter that Leslie works at. Animal shelter from Leslie being Henning's Leslie, the most patient woman in the world. So, yeah, go and buy that. Go and just throw caution to the wind. Just throw money at it.
Yeah, it's
for a good cause.
It's themed after a watermelon.
It's also a great amp.
A gigantic rev amplifier that looks like a watermelon. Is it seedless or is it seeded?
It's seeded.
It's seeded.
Extra seeds.
Extra seeds.
For some better tone, because extra seeds are
more
better.
Seeds.
My question is, like, when you flip it over, does it have the white spot on the bottom? And like, do you tap it to make sure it's right? Like, yeah, that's a good one.
Can we end it with a fact?
Do you have a fact?
Kind of. It's like a half fact.
Okay.
That's called a lie, Andy.
Also subscribe to my channel because I need to eat.
That was Henning.
All right.
Well, it's more of a thinker.
Okay.
The worst part of a watermelon tastes like the best part of a cucumber.
Oh, that's deep.
Damn.
Yeah, that's really deep.
Have you ever had pickled watermelon rind?
No.
It's a thing. People do it.
What did you say? I thought you said, have you ever had pickled watermelon Ryan?
Yeah.
Were you talking to yourself?
No, pickled watermelon rind.
Rind!
That got Henning hard. I haven't heard him laugh that hard.
Funny!
Rind. The skin.
Talk to yourself! Andy's so dumb!
Genuine question.
That guy's so dumb!
Have you had pickled watermelon rind, Andy?
There we go. I still haven't.
It's interesting. I don't recommend it, but it's interesting. Oh, here's a more. Does it
taste like? It should taste like gherkins, like pickled gherkins, because it's like a.
There's a
cucumber.
trend on the internet, on the TikTok. The kids on the TikTok.
The tick and the talk
are putting mustard on watermelon. Henning, give it a shot. That's the German take on watermelon.
Hell no. I also have to note that I have watched the Guitar podcast a couple times, and now that Ryan's on, it's finally funny.
Oh, nice.
All right, unsubscribe from Henning's channel. Make sure to like and subscribe to Andy's channel and Ryan's channel, because there you can find quality content.
He didn't. You pulled the mic away. He didn't get to finish. He said it's finally funny looking.
Oh.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
All right, hey, good. All right, hit subscribe again. Numbers going up, down, up, down.
No one's made it this far in the episode.
No.
We could do whatever we want at this point.
Oh, we should have like a quote for the end of the show. We usually don't do it in the Guitar Stars podcast, but that would definitely make sense. What is it this time?
What's the quote? What do you mean?
In the end.
Oh, the end
You
of the
made
video
it to
club.
the end. Yeah.
Okay, we can do end of the video club. It's not going to be oh my gosh. If you made it to the end of this video, you're part of the end of the video club. To prove that you are a member of this prestigious elite, all you have to do is when you leave a comment, also include the phrase guacamole.
Holy guacamole.
Guacamole.
He's got nothing.
Because that's good. Guacamole on brioche. Very good. You should try it.
All right.
Guacamole. Insert a word that you think Max was doing on brioche.
There you go.
I have no idea what you are expecting people to do.
Just type in holy guacamole and we'll be fine. These two will spend some quality time together right now, but we gotta shut off camera because that's PG21 probably, so...
PJ39.
39, there you go.
Children under 29, view this with your parents.
We're very sorry. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Bye.